You guys have seen me play tournament golf and also play matches, but today we're going to talk about my story in my golf journey. So let's go. Alrighty, so most people actually start their YouTube channel with their story, but I didn't. Here we are almost a year in, you're getting this video of my story. So if you guys actually are new here, this is a perfect time to see my channel. Hit that subscribe button always. My name is Peavy, and I'm just an amateur golfer who likes to make golf videos and play golf events. I did a Q&A on my Instagram and also on my community tab here on YouTube. Gonna go through those after I tell a little bit about my story. So a little bit more information, let's dive into it. But first, let's get a little coffee review. This is Brew Bike. They actually sent me this again. Caramelly, so like a caramel flavor. That's good. Their coffee is very unique. It actually comes in tea bags, so it's kind of very different. Rating, 8.3. That's pretty high. That's really high, actually. So we're gonna start off with little Luke. So I've grown up in Georgia my whole entire life. No, I'm not from Cali or Florida. I am from Georgia. So little Luke was a chunkster. I grew up playing baseball, but let's talk about how I actually got into golf. In 7th grade is when I actually was first introduced to golf. 2011, 2012. So it's been 10 years since I actually started playing golf. How I got into golf, just piddled around, but you know, golf becomes an obsession. As many of you guys know, it like really is addicting once you start. So I started 10 years later, here we are. Yeah, I started in junior tournaments, and my first ever tournament, I shot 130, so pretty good. I'm just kidding, that's awful. That's so bad. Like I could barely even walk 18 holes. I think it was more of an accomplishment that I finished the 18 holes walking than it was just shooting 130. I would actually practice in my backyard right here. I would hit out as far as I could, which I never had a problem because I was a short knocker. I would go to the local course up here called Lane Creek. I would go and chip and putt. I didn't pay for range balls. I would pick them up out here. So I really didn't want to hit a lot of golf balls because I knew I had to go pick them up. You know what? The obsession was real. I'm gonna go out there and practice. But my short game was always there. Short game wizard. Get up to high school golf. I went to a school to where they let me play in the 8th grade in the high school tournament. And I ended up actually getting all region. I shot 88, so our region sucked, but it is what it is. Shot my lowest ever on 9 holes, 40. I went 48, 40, made all region in 8th grade. So I was like, dang, man, this game's easy, brother. So then we get to high school golf, freshman year, played pretty good in the matches. We get to region. I pull out a career best, 74. How clutch is that? 1 region, and I'm actually currently getting a package for Sandbagger right now, so that's pretty legit. Oh man, I'm excited. Ooh, the sample for the next winter collection is here. That feels sweet. Yeah, okay, getting a little excited, but you guys can also get it if you order it on sandbaggergolfco.com. So freshman year, I did shoot a solid 74, career best in it. That's pretty clutch. We went to state, played like bootios at state. Sophomore year, really nothing happened. I got all region again, didn't win though. Junior year, I didn't really improve as much. I didn't improve. After shooting a 74 freshman year, I was thinking I was gonna shoot like, you know, under pars coming in like sophomore, junior, senior year. And it wasn't until about my senior year where I was actually shooting under pars in matches. And I had actually never shot under par in a tournament in high school. Did it in practice, did it in matches, but in a tournament, did not do it. Brings us to the college. So in high school, I really wasn't highly recruited because I didn't have any under par tournament scores. A lot of coaches only look at tournament scores. If I'm being honest, they don't care how great of a guy you are. They want to see numbers. You're a number to them. No under par scores. And if you look at that from a coach aspect, you're like, sorry buddy, you're not gonna be good enough for our team. So I was looking at the D2 levels. The school I ended up at was Truett McConnell. It's a small North Georgia school. They pretty much took a chance on me. Gave me a great scholarship for not ever seeing me play. You know, it was one of those schools, everybody's got them, to where they're like, dude, didn't that guy that sucks at baseball go to Truett? And I was like, yeah, man. But actually, Coach Patton, our coach at the time, was brought in a absolute load of good players that year. Program changed so fast in that 1 year because they were the laughing stock. Truett was a laughing stock in our conference for golf, to where we end up being a top 3 team in our conference. The first tournament we ever play in, I qualified for the first tournament on the A team. I shoot under par my first ever time in my first ever college tournament. I shoot 71, 1 under. I was in the lead by 2 shots. So I was like, holy cow. I've never been in the lead like that in a 2 2-day tournament. The second day I shoot 73, even par for the tournament, end up winning my first ever college tournament. What can I say, man? I'm a freshman guru. Had a really good freshman year, had a lot of more top fives that year. Very successful freshman year. Yeah, so my sophomore, it kind of is identical to what my high school career was like. Then my sophomore year, didn't really do anything. Junior year, played better, but no wins. A few top fives in between those years. We did end up going to the national championship my junior year. That was sick. That was out in Mesa, Arizona. And then senior year, COVID hits us leading to us not playing the last semester. And I was the only one that actually came back for the COVID year because they gave us an extra year. And we had, at the time, 2 other seniors on the team, but both of those guys, Matt Smith and Dawson Day, they ended up not coming back. I was the only one that came back. That was a little bit different, but you know, I was the lone leader. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grind. I'm about to pop off this season. I wasn't playing good at all. I was playing bad all throughout the fall, and I was like, good grief. And I actually qualified for every tournament my freshman year to senior year, and then this COVID year, I actually missed a qualifier. So I was like, what the heck? I was like, I came back and I'm not even playing. What kind of freaking joke is this? I was practicing harder, probably more than I'd ever have. And it was very frustrating for me because I was seeing no results at all for putting in, no joke, 5 to 6 hours a day of practice. I was almost to the point to where I was like, why did I come back? What am I gonna do after this year? Do I even wanna keep playing golf? I might as well just quit after this semester if I'm gonna play this bad. I said, scrap that, I'm not a quitter. Qualifying for the next tournament, and I actually put a decent tournament together. I got like top 10. So I was like, here we go. I said, catching a little momentum here. The last tournament of the fall, tough conditions, super cold, end up shooting 71, and I had a 2-shot lead. So it was like my freshman year. In the second round, I come out, I'm like, all right. I said, I'm giving that Tiger mentality. I said, I'm about to bury these people. I'm about to bury them, man. Bogey the first hole. I was 3 over on the second round. And I look at the leaderboard, and I was like, holy cow. I was like, I'm tied for the lead right now. I'm about to put on the blitz. So I go like birdie, birdie, birdie. I mean like 3 in a row, just like that. I shot 2 under and I ended up winning. That really sparked love for the game even more. I was like, wow, of course this happened in the last term of the fall, so I can't go play next week. That is when the idea of a YouTube channel came along. And Sandbagger actually came along before the YouTube channel. I've always wanted to do Sandbagger Golf Company. I just never did it. I started a YouTube channel. I started Sandbagger Golf Company, and that's taken a year to actually get in process because I didn't know how long the process actually was. Why did I even start a YouTube channel? I love making golf content. I love playing golf, but I wanted to show what the life is kind of like, tournament life. So I decided I was gonna do college vlogs. So that's when I started the tournament vlogs for college, and people loved seeing that. And I told myself at the beginning of the year, because YouTube is one of the hardest things to grow as a social platform. And I really wanna thank you guys for actually subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me, and I'm not joking around this time. If I got 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I would do it for 2022. People love starting to see the tournament vlogs on the college level, so it actually started popping off a little bit, and 1 month I gained 400 subscribers, and I was like, holy moly, I'm gonna be doing YouTube next year. This is fun. Like, I love seeing the growth. I love seeing things grow, and I love getting better. I started playing better once the camera was on me. It's a fact. I started playing so much better when the camera was on me. I don't know if it was like a pressure I had to perform or what. Like, I mean, I have had bad days. Pretty much leads us to now. Let's dive into your questions. So here we go. Are you gonna pursue pro golf? I did make a video about this, but I'll tell you right here, right now. It's not on my schedule things to do, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna actually pursue it unless I make a qualifier and qualify for a tournament, then I may turn professional, but it's not my end goal. It's crazy how much time you actually have to put in, day out, and your emotions become involved in your golf game. So how you perform is how you usually act outside of the golf course. So if you play bad, you're probably gonna be pissed off all the time. And if you play good, you'll probably be happy for a little bit, but once that wears off, it's a tough life, man. So the PGA Tour is not all fun and games, man. It's all mental. What's your practice schedule like? So I don't practice as much as I used to. I do go out like every afternoon after I do all my work and stuff. And I'll get there at like 5 until dark. So, I mean, I guess you could say I practice a few hours a day. How do you make all the trick shots on the green? If you guys don't follow my TikTok, I do a lot of trick shots on there and also like a little series. How do I do it? A lot of time and a lot of luck. When's the next Sandbagger drop? As I said before, winter collections coming in November, so the Sandbagger drop will be then. I will ship out the next week. Get it while it's here because I'm not ordering that much because this is gonna be very limited. Favorite PGA player? Tiger Woods. Tiger mentality, baby. What are you gonna do for work now that you graduated? So I'm pursuing, I wanna keep on doing YouTube, also Sandbagger and doing that. I do work at the golf course 1 day a week because I get free golf because of that. A wise person once said, if you want this to become your full-time job, you gotta treat it like a full-time job. At what point in your YouTube journey did you start Sandbagger? I actually started Sandbagger before YouTube, but it didn't come out until I was already doing YouTube. So starting a business is something I think everybody should do if you're like a business major, even if you're not. I think it's something you need to learn. Do you ever plan on coaching mental game and course management and short game? Yes, but besides that, I'm not your guy. Best piece of advice I've received so far, practice the chip shots that you're supposed to get up and down, because if you get those up and down, your scores will be good, because if you're just off the green every time, you are gonna get those up and down every time pretty much, and that helps the scores, and it also helps your momentum building so you don't lose any stupid shots. Do you sleep with socks on? No, gosh no. Would you be open to having a partnership with us? I'll think about it. What are you the most proud of in your life? I'm most proud of stepping out and actually starting something on my own, because it's not easy, guys. It's not easy doing YouTube videos, doing my own business. I mean, it may seem like fun and games, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. But I do love it, so it does make it a little bit easier. I'm proud of stepping out and doing things that make me a little uncomfortable. What scores were you shooting in your senior year of high school? Kind of went over that. I was shooting probably like 76 average. Advice for junior golfers trying to get recruited: practice short game, practice short game. Then I would probably practice a little bit more short game. Tips for putting: walk off all your putts so you know the distance of every putt. It helps with lag putting. Focus on speed. Highest score on golf round, 130 with chunky little Luke. He was grinding though. He was grinding for that 130. How do you get that absolutely luscious hair? You know, I was born with it, but a little bit of shampoo. How can we set up a tea time together? You show up to the Providence Club. I'm there every afternoon. We'll set up a tea time. Favorite course you played? I did love playing that Arizona course. The views were insane. Also, Pebble Beach was pretty cool to look at, but I didn't play it. So what course did you learn to play on? I learned to play on right here in the backyard. And I did every once in a while go to the course. Lane Creek, I would go because they had the cheapest prices, and practice chipping and putting afterwards. Favorite club? STX putter. I mean, it's a no-doubter. That's definitely my favorite club. As a sophomore in high school, what is the average number I'm looking for in a tournament? If you could get to around 76, 75, that would be really good as a sophomore in high school. How did you get the nickname Tripod? If you guys see me on the course, then I'll tell you how I got that name. Do I plan on playing in qualifiers for the US Open or like PGA qualifiers? Yes, actually, in a few weeks, I will be playing in my first ever PGA qualifier, pre-qualifier to the qualifier, still a PGA event. So we'll see how I do there. And hey, who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm very close to shooting on a par. Have the skill set, been around 77s. How can I break through to shoot on a par? Great question. Actually, this is the last question we have. It's all mental. Just play golf. A lot of times, if I'm a lot under par, I start thinking numbers. So I'm like, I can birdie the last 3 to shoot, I don't know, 66. Don't start thinking score. Focus on every shot, and at the end of the round, you have what you have. You know, you focus on every shot, and that's all you can do. I hope you guys learned a few things about me today and my journey of how I'm sitting here right now on my front porch drinking a little brew bike. I like having fun, like playing golf, and I hope I help you guys out a little bit on the way, show you guys what it's kind of like so you guys can do it too. Like and subscribe. About to get back into a few tourneys. Oh, should I mic up for a tournament? I'm thinking about micing up, like putting a little mic on me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys. Before Sandbagger Golf Company, I really didn't know how to whip up on the Blackstone. But after Sandbagger Golf Company, I learned how to whip up on the Blackstone and whip you up on the course. SandbaggerGolfCo.com